part of it, the expansion of the consciousness is to be aware of yourself, not to judge yourself. What I did wrong, what I did right. This is not the purpose. There is no judgment. You're an eternal being. You're an extension of Source. So you don't have to be judging yourself of if you're good or if you're bad, if you're a victim, of you're the victimizer. You are here to learn from everything. You are here to connect with everybody. But by this, the most important relationship that you have to be aware and that you have to be in contact, completely alignment, is the relationship with yourself. Knowing yourself, know thyself, study yourself, analyze yourself without judgment. Be able to analyze yourself without condemning yourself. Be able to know about yourself without judging yourself. Most of the voices that you hear judging yourself are the voices of society, are the voices of indoctrination, are the voices of programming, limiting belief system. Everybody has a different culture. Whatever it was acceptable in your culture, it will not be acceptable in another culture. But at the end, you are a complete unique individual, extension of consciousness, Source itself. You came here to do that, to be unique, to add to that diversity. So how you can connect with yourself, and it has been very tough for everybody, because we are so outside. We are always looking outside. We are always in survival mode, fight or flight. We are always looking around. We are always in the mode to want to fit in society. We want to feel loved. So this is the moment that we stop loving ourselves and we start pretending to be who they want us to be. And this is not what makes us happy. You have to follow your heart. Everything, every living experience that you will have, it will be completely just for you to experience. Nobody will experience and nobody will have the same exact perception that you have. People will think similar to you, but nobody will ever feel exactly and will think exactly the way you think and the way you feel. So you have to be aware. The more aware you are about yourself, the more aware you are without judgment. I acted this way. You can say, I was mean, I was bad, maybe I was acting a little. You start studying yourself without judging, without insulting yourself. This is very important, to be aware of yourself, to change a limiting belief system. I work in hypnotherapy and I help people to let go of limiting belief systems and toxic patterns that kept them trapped. Many people are having limiting or situations basically that they don't want to live, and they keep reliving, they keep having over and over, and they wonder why I keep going into the same pattern. And it is because there is a shadow, a blockage, a limiting belief system you got in childhood. From 0 to 8 years old, you are being programmed. You are taking information without analyzing it. From 8 years old and up, you are using your willpower, your conscious, your analytics. Conscious will start forming, right? You can go to the street and you will see left and right, right and left to cross the street. But before that, you are just taking everything from the environment. You are basically learning everything by association. So you are like a little sponge, learning a culture, a religion, and learning habits, habitual patterns, the way you eat, the way you feel, the way you talk about yourself. Most is a learned habit, a learned programmation. We can have a very negative programmation, we can have very negative associations. We have to be aware when you grow up, where is this coming from? I don't want to live this over and over again. I need to do something. But most people, and hopefully everything is changing now, don't know about the subconscious mind and how it works. We have many reprogrammation techniques to change that toxic patterns and transform your life. To say the affirmations. Doesn't matter to say, for example, I am successful, I am wealthy, I am loved, I am prosperous, if you don't believe it. You have to believe it from your core. How? You have to love yourself. You have to value and appreciate yourself, and you have to respect yourself, to trust yourself. And from there, you start saying affirmations that you believe, and these affirmations will create in you emotions. The universe speaks vibrational. The universe doesn't speak verbally. Whenever you feel something, that something will attract more of the same. And it will be basically the law of attraction, the law of mirrors. If you feel worthless, you will attract more things that makes you feel worthless. And in every situation, you will feel worthless and disempowered. So you have to stop the judgment. Try to, for example, you're taking the phone and you see things in the phone. You see Facebook or you see Instagram. What you're doing is swiping left. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And you find images or videos that you like. Most of the time, they make you feel good. They make you laugh. They entertain you. So the same is with the mind. You will have negative thoughts that makes you feel bad. Change them or put them aside. You can pay attention. Why is coming back? Why is this that is triggering me? Why is that this thought is triggering me? But if you overfocus and you give certain seconds, it's gonna take momentum. And you're gonna create more of the same. Practice yourself. Practice into focusing. Lemons, for example. I like lemons. I love lemons, and lemons feels good. And you don't have any resistant thought about it. You will notice that whenever you have a non-resistant thought about something, whenever you have a not so strong emotion about something, you will notice that you will see more of the same. The universe will give you more of the same that you focus on, that you put your energy. Your energy, your focus is a laser. It's a laser completely that is gonna attract more of the same. If you put water in a flower and a plant, that flower will grow. If you don't give the flower water and sun and attention, it's gonna die. So the same happens with anything and a negative reality that you don't want this negative reality to happen. Just don't go there. Choose the path of least resistance. Look for happiness. Search for little pleasures of life. Do not judge yourself. You want things because you want the emotions that these things brings you. So focus on the emotion, feel the emotion first, and the things will come to you. It is a very tough job that we all are doing. We are all molding energies. We are all trying to have a life that we want to. It's not only about money, it's not only about love, it's an alignment in everything, in every experience. We want to feel free. We want to feel safe. We want to feel loved. So the most important relationship you have to work on first is you. Learn to be aware of your body, of your emotions, the contact of your body, how you feel. Learn to connect with your feelings, with your emotions. This is vital. This is important. This is the most important. If I feel some emotion, how it feels, where it feels in my body, in my head, in my chest, in my stomach, in my legs. You have to feel it, and you have to let the words come to you. Let the intuition, that divine voice tell you, what does it mean? If you're happening to see contrast, things that you don't want, it is time to stop and be kind to yourself and say, why I'm experiencing this? Why everybody's criticizing me around me? It's maybe because I'm criticizing myself. So by them, when you say, it's maybe I'm criticizing myself, don't criticize yourself right there. Because you will tend to say, I'm criticizing myself, I'm mean to myself. And by saying that, you're being mean to yourself. And the way you say it, I'm like, sometimes I find myself being mean to myself. Sometimes I find myself being mean to myself because I am being mean to myself. So imagine, we have to be aware of that. The more aware you are of yourself, the more you'll be able to see where are your shadows, where is the subconscious programmation coming, and you will be able to maneuver and target that of what you need to transform. It is very important to do it with love. Sometimes it can be hard, and that sometimes, those moments where you are being hard on yourself, they cannot be reason to be more hard on yourself. We are here in this learning process, as I said. So it is important to understand that in every situation that we have two choices: to see how people is with us only, or to see how we respond and how we react. It is very important to study how we react or how we respond. And that will tell us a lot about ourselves. It is very amazing to be here and to be able to have this free will to maneuver wherever you want to go. You can decide to stay in the negative side. You can decide to stay in the path of more resistance, in the path that hurts you the most. Or you can decide to move on, go forward and change, transform. Because basically energy never dies, only transforms. So we can transform that we perceive negative, we can accept it or we can let it go. By letting it go, we will choose to focus on what is positive. We will do things that makes us feel happy. So it is very vital that we are aware of ourselves. Thank you so much for listening to me this short video. Thank you so much.